welcome to today's edition of Lifestyle of Glory. RAG is your brother, your host, Emmanuel. I'm briefly going to share something which is very short notice. This short notice is just something important you must learn and you must understand, because every day has a basic meaning of it. It has a significant meaning of it. It has a special meaning of it, and it is and everything upon anybody's body has a significant meaning, and it has a special meaning, and it has a role to play. The same way, the most important thing that I would like to talk about is time. One of the things I'll be discussing with you today. Time is an important figure. So when you talk about time, we talk about everything that is involved in every believer's life. So without time, we can't be moving forward. It says redeeming the time because the days are evil. Time is a thing that we most, especially as youths, we are mostly destroyed. We're not using it wisely. We're just trying to do all things of stuff. But mind you, not only we're trying to go to places which don't even collide. While we are wasting time. By the end of the day, we are wasting time. When you talk about things, you say God's time is the best part. When you say God's time is the best, it says the answer of the tongue comes from God, but the preparation of the heart belongs to man. So while you have the free time, every time you have as a maybe young person or someone, prepare in every angle that you need to be. You can't be wasting time every day. Every time you have used it wisely, because time is very important. You don't need to start making regrets. You don't need to start saying, let's restore time. Use it wisely so that you can use the time you have right now to your advantage. And when you use the time to your advantage, you create a certain thing which is most important. Time is something that is very important. Mind you, without time defines how great we are moving and how long we are moving and how short we are moving. So meaning, despite God, time is the best, but try to make the most of your time, because most of the time you need to use it wisely. Time is an important figure. Yes, we can talk about there are two types of time. There's what we call the Chronos time, which is the time we use on earth, and there's a Kairos time, which is God's time. As we know, we are on earth. Let's use the Chronos time wisely, because this time is minimal. We have a short life. There are people who lived about 500 years that are long gone. So if you waste your time, you're wasting yourself, because you get to have things that you know. When you talk about other people, we'll talk about maybe the life of David. When you see the example, the life of David, you will see that the young man was being prepared by God. When he was in the wilderness, he was a shepherd boy. And when you talk about shepherd boy, we talk about leadership. A shepherd is a leader, and he became a king because he was being prepared for leadership. We even talk about Joseph. In Potiphar's house, he was being prepared as a leader. He was in charge of almost everything in Potiphar's house, and in prison, he was in charge of his fellow prisoners. This means he had the core of leadership on his life. David, on the other side, he said, when a young lion came, a young bear smite it. That prepared David, because pay attention, sometimes your circumstances are reality that it is a preparation. But when you don't have preparation, you don't prepare, you don't use your time wisely. You see, God speaking after the fall of Saul, he went to say, I have found a man after my own heart. David, what was David doing? Meaning David was being prepared, was preparing for everything. He was being in the wilderness, being creative. He used his time wisely. So as for us, even Daniel used his time wisely. He was praying daily. He created a certain system that he used to follow. So if you see that your time You're always busy, classing, work, all sorts of things. You need to understand that time you can create it. If you don't create time, time will not create it for you, will not be there for you. So use time wisely, because every time is an advantage. There's time for everything, but despite the time for everything, there are things you can prepare. Every day is a day to prepare for something. Every day is a day to make something a positive thing. Don't waste your time. You know that you need to pass an exam, you need to study. Those things, just an example. There are so many things. Prepare your life to according to the purpose that you know. To according to the purpose of your life, prepare yourself. Be a preparative person. When you are preparing, you are creating a certain advantage. So be preparing. So when you prepare, you create certain things which are great. Preparation is very important. Shalom.